Hello everybody. Let us see an introduction to strain gauges. First, let us see some basics related to strain gauges. We know that when external forces are applied to any stationary body, then the results are stress and strain. Stress is an internal resisting force of a body, or otherwise the internal resistance offered by a body of material under the action of an external load. Mathematically, stress is called force per unit area of the cross section of a body. Similarly, strain is defined as the displacement or deformation that occur in the material of that body. Mathematically, strain is called the ratio of change in deformation to the original dimension of the body. We will see about one way of measuring the strain developed on a body of the material, which is nothing but a strain gauge or strain gauge. What is a strain gauge? A strain gauge is a sensor. It has its own electrical resistance before it is used. I'll show a sample of strain gauge, which is like this. So this is a strain gauge which is available in the open market. It is not produced by the standard company. It's a local company made. This type of strain gauges is also available in the open market. Similarly, strain gauges. This is a strain gauge from a standard company. So this is called a strain gauge or strain gauge. This strain gauge or strain gauge has its own electrical resistance before it is under use. Foil elements are available with a unit resistance from 120 ohms to 5000 ohms. This particular strain gauge has a resistance of 120 ohms. This is something like this is also a foil type element. So this foil type strain gauge has a resistance of 120 ohms. Whenever an external force is applied to an object, it tends to change its shape and size, thereby altering its resistance. That means when you use this strain gauge or when you bonded on a material or on a body, after that when you apply a force on a material or a body, that material will go some changes, maybe in the form of shape and sizes. Due to that, this resistance, original resistance of the strain gauge will get altered. So the applied force may be direct force or in terms of pressure or in terms of weight or in terms of tension, moments, or sometimes in terms of application of heat also. A change in electrical resistance of a strain gauge due to the application of force can be measured, and in turn it can be converted into strain of your body. That means when a material or a body subjected to some external forces provided, if it is attached to the strain gauge, while application of that force, the resistance of this strain gauge will get altered. From that, it can be converted into strain. So the strain of the body can be measured. This is the form of strain gauges available in the open market. This kind of strain gauges, you can use it for some unimportant works. But if you go for some important works, then you must go for your strain gauges which is produced by some standard companies like this. Therefore, the strain gauge is one of the most important sensors of the electrical measurement technique applied to the measurement of any applied forces. So, as their name indicates, they are used for the measurement of strain. In general, technically, strain can be differentiated by a positive strain or negative strain. If a body of the material undergoes some expansion, then the nature of force is tensile, and the corresponding tensile strain is considered as positive. On the other hand, if the body of the material undergoes some contraction, then the nature of force is compressive, and the corresponding compressive strain is considered as negative. When we are doing any experiment and analyzing the stress, this feature can be used. That is, experimental stress analysis uses the strain values measured on the body of a specimen or any part of the specimen so that the state of stress in that material can be predicted, and also the limit for the safety and strength of materials can be decided. Also, to measure the forces or otherwise other derived quantities, say for example moments, pressures, accelerations, displacements, vibration and others, the special transducers can be designed. This kind of special transducer generally contains a pressure sensitive diaphragm with the strain gauges bonded to it. We can measure any deformation of an element or a member by making use of either mechanical or optical or acoustical or pneumatic or by electrical means. Mostly mechanical devices were used as strain sensor, in which they measured change in length and then they compared with this original length to calculate the strain of the material. For example, the extension meter, or otherwise called as extensiometer, or also called as extensometer. Extensiometer uses a series of levers to magnify the strain value into a readable one. But in general, use of mechanical devices will provide only low resolution results, and at the same time it is somewhat difficult to use. Use of optical sensor will give accurate results, but they are very sensitive. Optical sensors are delicate and not very popular in industrial applications. Use of optical sensors under laboratory conditions is best because it uses interference fringes produced by optical plates to measure the strain. Electrical resistance is the most widely used to measure the strain due to change of characteristics in proportions. There are other two types of electrical based strain gauges. One is capacitance and the other one is inductance based strain gauges. But there are some limitation to using these two types. That is, because of electrical circuits complexity, the requirements needed to attach them on an element, the methods that have been constructed, and also sensitivity to vibration have limited their applications. The photoelastic gauges are costly and delicate. The first bonded metallic wire strain gauge was developed in the year 1938 by Edward E. Simmons and Arthur C. Rowe. The most common type of strain gauge consists of an insulating flexible backing with supports a metallic foil pattern. That is this kind of strain gauges. Actually, this strain gauge consisting of, this is insulating one, is insulating and flexible. It's an insulating flexible metallic foil type strain gauge. So this metallic foil type strain gauge sensor, it consists of a grid of wire. You can see if you closely watch that in a physical view, then you can see that some grids are there. The metallic foil type of strain sensor consists of a grid of wire filament. It is also called a resistor. So this can be bonded directly to the strained surface by a thin coat of epoxy resin. When we apply a load to the surface, the results of change in length can be communicated to the resistor. From this, the corresponding strain can be measured in terms of the electrical resistance of the foil wire. In this, we have to take care about the bonding agent, because the bonding agent should work along with this foil diaphragm while transferring the strain, and at the same time bonding agent should also serve as an electrical insulator between the foil grid and the surface. This picture shows some of the relevant accessories needed to paste the strain gauge onto the element. They are sleeve wires, which can be used to cover the electrical wire, bonding agents to paste it, tag tie wires to tie properly in position the strain gauges, and the insulating tape to protect the strain gauges from the surroundings. This picture shows the electrical strain gauges already bonded over the reinforcements. It is not wrapped with the insulating tape, but it has to be done. Remember, it is mandatory to check the resistance of the strain gauge before and after bonding as well. To conclude, a strain gauge is a device used to measure strain on an object. A strain gauge is an example of passive transducer that converts a mechanical displacement into a change of electrical resistance. A strain gauge is a thin wafer-like device that can be attached to any surface of a material to measure the applied strain. Therefore, it is defined as any instrument or device that is used to measure the deformation over a given gauge length occurring in the material of an object during loading on the element. Therefore, any basic strain gauge consists of an insulating flexible backing that supports a metallic foil pattern. The gauge is attached to the object under stress using an bonding agents. The deformation in the object causes the foil to get distorted, which ultimately changes the electrical resistivity of the foil. This change in resistivity is measured by a Wheatstone bridge, which is related to strain by a quantity called gauge factor. Thank you all.